Hello, BookTube.
Hello, we're going to do a tag.
Yay! It's Tag Thursday.
Yeah, well, it's going to be Tag
Friday when this uploads.
Yeah.
So today we're doing the breakfast book tag.
This is the 29th food tag.
Foodie tag.
Yeah, foodie tag by Literary Gladiators. Josh at Literary Gladiators. I think it's Josh. Pretty sure. I hope it's Josh because I just said that. But we were tagged by Steve Donoghue.
Yep.
This is going to be a fun one. It's a fairly long one. And some of these were kind of difficult.
Yeah, they were up to some kind of strange interpretation, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But that's fine. That's fine. So we're gonna go through these prompts. There are 17 prompts, including who do you tag. So yep. So we're gonna go ahead and go through these, and this will be fun. We don't have that many props for this, unfortunately. I've got 2 props for this entire thing. So, but that's okay. We just didn't have time to go through and pull all the books off the shelf. But yeah. All right, you want to go first?
Sure. You want me to read them?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, the last couple times I've read them all, so I'll leave it up to Becky this time.
And he was fussing. All right, so number 1, Pancake, a light but syrupy work that sticks with you. Want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So for this one, I chose The Duke and Miss Denny. It's by Joy Reid. Joy Reid.
Yeah.
It's a great little historical romance, and it has stuck with me.
Regency, right?
Mm-hmm. It's sweet as it can possibly be. It's one of those 5-star reads that really hangs around with you even a year after you read it.
Yeah, she read this during the was it summer fling, right? Or summer, was it summer fling?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and she had a great time with this. I remember her talking about it, and she hasn't forgotten it.
It was the sweet and clean prompt.
Yeah, and you loved it.
It was so good.
Yep. Mine is also a romance novel, and it's The Secret by Julie Garwood. It was the second or third romance novel I've ever read, and it stuck with me. It's really good. It is just surprisingly good, surprisingly hard-hitting where the emotions are concerned, but not a hard-hitting book. It's a soft book. It's softer than what I'm used to, but I had a great time. I loved it.
It's such a good book.
Very, very good. Yep.
I'm a fan of Julie Garwood.
Yep.
All right, so number 2, Waffles, an organized collection of works.
Here, this is one of the prompts we have, and this might be cheating a little bit, but
we chose this one together.
Yeah, we chose this together
because we had trouble with the interpretation.
Yeah,
but,
it's the Daily Ukulele. We saw the guys at Literary Gladiators. One of them chose a cookbook. So yeah. I thought this is a cool idea. This is the Daily Ukulele. It's got 3. We both play ukulele. This has 365 ukulele songs in it. And we have been through this thing front and back and front and back. We have 2 of these. We also have the leap year edition, which is a blue cover. It's got 366 more songs. And between the 2 books, these are awesome.
They are. They're fantastic.
They have
awesome. Such a good selection of songs.
And they're well organized. They're organized alphabetically by song title.
Well, for the most part, they're organized. First and foremost, they're organized by how many they can fit on one page.
Yeah, that's true.
But overall, mostly ABC order, and I actually really like that.
Yeah. Just a second. I'm trying to fix the comb on it here. I'll show you some of the songs that are on it, if you can read that. If you're watching this on television, you probably can. But it's got tons and tons of songs. Great book. We love this. It's been
What's down?
It's been invaluable for us.
Okay, Simone.
Come on. You're gonna
Oh.
have to pick him up.
Darn it.
Link wants to say hi.
Oh Lord, I'm getting heavier and heavier every day.
Here he is without the cone.
Hi, Link.
So if you haven't seen him without the cone, this is your first chance. He's such a good boy.
Thank you.
He's such a good boy.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he loves his loves. He loves to be petted and cuddled, and he gets right beside us and cuddles our legs, and he's just a good boy, aren't you?
All right, little dude. All right, come on.
No, you don't need to get down.
He's. Oh. All right. Number 3, Eggs, a work that can be read and interpreted in different ways. For me, I actually went with the ever popular answer, the Bible. It's
The Bible can be a great, it's a great piece of literature.
totally up for interpretation.
But a lot of people turn it into a destructive thing.
Well, it's almost 100% interpretation when you think about it.
Well,
no.
It's only 100% interpretation if you look at it as a religious text, and I don't.
Well, but think about it. You interpret it as a work of fiction.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Others interpret it as gospel.
Yeah.
So it's interpretation.
Okay. So mine is "Stranger in a Strange Land" by Robert A. Heinlein. It's a book I don't like. I know it has got its fans out there, like rabid fans of "Stranger in a Strange Land." I don't think it's a good book. And also I have seen people, there's a religion based on this book. I don't know how many people know that, but I mean that's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. There is. It's a pagan religion made out of "Stranger in a Strange Land." And we know a few people who are members of that religion. So, yeah, I don't see it that way. I don't think it's a great book. I don't think it's I don't know. It's weird. It's got weird sexual stuff in it and things like that. And people can either see it like that or people do see it as a masterpiece. A whole lot of people, and I don't think it's even one of Heinlein's best works. I just think it's okay. It's all right, but it's very, very, very 60s.
All right, number 4.
Painfully so.
Serial, a work or writer you feel benefits from great advertising and press.
Yeah.
For me, I chose James Patterson. He really benefits from.
But that's not taking anything away from him.
No.
I think he's a good writer who has benefited from great press, and at first I don't know, I'm not sure what made him famous. Well, the Alex Cross character made him famous, and the original few Alex Cross books are very good. And he's done some stinkers afterward, but he's done some really good stuff afterward too. I remember the first book I read by him was a supernatural thriller. You read that too. I cannot remember the name of it though. You read that when I did, right after I did. I handed it to you and you're like, this thing is great. It's an early book. I can't remember the name of it, but it was excellent. But yeah, mine is Stephen King, because I think Stephen King has lost so much from his early days. That most authors, most writers would have just fallen away by now, and some of them have, and we'll talk about those soon. But I don't think Stephen King, like I've said, I don't think he's a great writer. I think he does a good job on a lot of his stuff, but I don't see where the love for Stephen King comes from.
He's built a good brand for himself.
Yeah, he has. He's built the best brand for himself. I mean, who else sells more books than Stephen King? Nobody. Right. So, yeah.
All right, number 5, Bacon. A writer you find as the closest thing to perfect. I had trouble with this one. I mean, even authors I love, they have these really, really, some, like you said, like stinkers. But I chose Jane Austen. She's as close to perfect as I can get in literature. I love all of her books. There is one that I was kind of lukewarm on, but other than that they bring such joy. I love Jane Austen.
Yeah. Mine is Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I mean, the guy, and Robert E. Howard is another one. These guys, they weren't perfect writers, but they really wrote what they wrote perfectly. they're the pioneers of their genres, and they brought it to everybody, and they have withstood the test of time. Both of those guys. Conan Doyle, I mean, the guy's perfect. You know, you can't do better in mystery than Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So he's mine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So number 6, Canadian Bacon, a work that sets up heated debate. The one I chose was House of Leaves. I can't remember the dude's name because I don't care.
I don't remember it either.
It starts with a Z, I think. But when I saw the...
it's right over there on the table.
Is it?
On the bottom, yeah. It's on the bottom for a reason.
Yeah, it is. It's just there. When I saw the book for the first time at Barnes & Noble, and it had this card under it that said, "This is the only book that's ever given me nightmares." And there's all this hype about it. And all these people absolutely love it. And I was sitting there reading going, what am I reading? I can't get those like 6, 7, 8 hours back. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every you see it on there's a page on Facebook. I think it's called Books of Horror or something like that. You see it on there every once in a while. Somebody will come up on it and say, "I'm about to read this. What do you think?" And it's like 300-400 responses of "It is awesome" or "It is awful."
Yeah.
There
is no in between.
Yeah, there is no in between. You either love it or you absolutely detest it. I am in the latter group.
Yeah. Yeah, mine is The Stand by Stephen King. And yes, the book is problematic in that, you know, it's got racist stuff and stuff like that in it. But this was written back in the 70s or early 80s, one or the other. So I don't forgive that, but at the same time, that's not the reason the main reason I hate the book. The main reason I hate the book is because I don't think it's well written. A lot of people do. That can cause problems. so I try not to talk about it face to face with that many people, but I'll crap on it on YouTube. Because I don't think it's good. I think it's actually bad. Yeah. I would read it 5 times before I'd read The Stand once. Again. So, yeah.
All right, number 7, Toast. What do you read when you want to read something quick? Me, I go for romance short stories or novellas because I can just blast my way through them and get my warm, fuzzy feeling and move on to other things. But yeah,
but she doesn't move to other things. She sticks with.
I'm enjoying my alien romances right now. Leave me alone. Anyway.
Yep, for me, I read comic books, I read poetry, and I read westerns. It just depends on what is closest to me, to tell you the truth. Whichever one of those is closest to me. One other thing that I will pick up quite a bit are science fiction and fantasy short stories. So I read those if I get, you know, if I get to the point to where I want to read something fast. Like in between novels or something like that.
I am really surprised you could read what I wrote there. It looks like it was written by a 2-year-old hopped up on cocaine.
You put comics books.
I was falling asleep, like literally. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, she's tired. She's been moving her mother to
we've been helping build a fence today.
Oh.
For our doggies.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's bears and stuff out there where they stay during the day.
They're moving to this great house, but it butts right up to the national forest right behind them. So they have bears and deers and foxes and coyotes and all sorts of wonderful things. So yeah, we need a fence.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, number 8, Breakfast Summit. Do you believe audiobooks make reading more convenient?
Yeah, sure. That doesn't mean I prefer it, because I don't. Like I don't prefer audiobooks, but I will listen to one now and then. Especially if I'm having trouble getting through a book because I'm falling asleep or something like that, I will follow along with an audiobook. I have Scribd. Audiobooks are, we can get those for free. Or for $10 a month, we can get, well, what they say is unlimited, but you'll usually get 3 or 4 before they cut you off of audiobooks. But then I will follow along on an audiobook while I read the book, and it helps me get through any parts I'm having trouble with.
See, and let me point this out. There's nothing wrong with preferring audiobooks.
No, nothing at all.
I love the fact that there are people who are getting their books in through listening to them.
Yeah,
it's great.
There are plenty of people who don't have the eyesight for for a book. My eyesight's going a little bit, but I still have enough to where I can read.
Yeah.
But sometimes my eyes get so blurry and watery after being tired that I need some help.
Yeah, and they're especially good for the times when you can't sit down with a book. Yeah. Like when you're washing dishes or when you're cooking dinner. That's a great time to break out an audiobook.
Sure.
It's great. Yeah. Audiobooks are wonderful.
Yeah.
Where are we? 9.
Yeah.
I'll get off my soapbox now. Okay. Sausage, a strong series or trilogy. I chose The Belgariad by David Eddings.
That's such a good series.
It's one of the very, very first series I ever read. I think I was 11 or 12. It was the first real substantial series I ever read.
Yeah, it was one of the first substantial series I ever read too.
Yeah, it sticks with me to this day. It is a quick read,
though. I mean, if you want a fun fantasy romp, The Belgariad is a blast, and it's so easy to read.
It really is.
The things that came after it, the Malloreon and stuff like that, I didn't like.
I liked the Malloreon.
I know, and a lot of people did. I didn't. I found it boring. He doubled the size of the books, and to me, it just wasn't. It wasn't as compelling, and it was kind of the same thing over again.
I always told myself that when I grow up, and I start to go gray, I want it to be like Polgara, where she has that one streak of gray in her hair, and that's it.
Well, that's what Becky's actually getting.
It's happening that way.
Yeah.
Willpower is a great thing. I have one streak of gray hair in my hair, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
It's great.
Mine is.
You have to choose one too.
Mine is the Gray Man series by Mark Graney. God, I'm enjoying the hell out of that series. It is so much fun. It's up to 11 books now, I think, or something like that, or 9 books, somewhere in that vicinity. And one's as good as the next. They are awesome. One of them always shows up in Steve Donoghue's best thriller list of the year. One of his top 10 thrillers of the year, and rightfully so. I mean, they are so much fun. They are a blast. Stephen Hunter is the next one that I want to get to, and Matthew Riley is another thriller series I'm about to get to. I'll probably get to Matthew Riley before I do Stephen Hunter.
I got him the first Gray Man novel last year for Yola Bokaflod.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that again this year. We're thinking we might drag some people in with us next year.
Yeah, next year. Yeah.
I think we might do a book swap next year for Yola Bokaflod.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested in that, let us know. I think we would love to do that. It could be booktubers, or it could be, watchers. People who watch and comment.
For those of you who don't know, Yola Bokaflod is a sort of a holiday. It's a tradition that you.
It's an Icelandic tradition, I believe.
Is it Iceland? Yeah, it's Icelandic. You on Christmas Eve you trade books. You give a gift of a book to another person, and it's just the two of us. I don't think Link would really benefit from a book, but
unless he could chew on it.
We could get him a jerky book or something.
Yeah.
But you trade a book on Christmas Eve, and you spend your evening reading your book.
Mm-hmm.
And we love that tradition because we're book people.
It was so much fun last year, so we're going to do it again this year.
We're going to do it again this year. And I think
we're
next
going to do it
year
every year. And next year, if somebody wants to get involved with us for Yola Bokaflod, what you'll do is you'll just open it and record yourself opening the book and saying, here's what I got.
Yeah.
and everybody do a video and have a good time with it.
It'll be like a sort of a secret Santa thing. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
All right. Number 10, coffee. Share any reading ritual.
I don't have any reading rituals.
Yeah, we don't have any.
No, I don't need to get in that frame of mind or, that magical space that other people have to get into to read. I just don't have to be in the mood. I just sit down with a book and I start reading. So
yeah, and the fact that most of my books are right there at my fingertips on my phone, it sort of made any rituals like that kind of obsolete. Honestly.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've got I'll read poetry on my phone. Like if I want to look up a good poem, I've got some Wordsworth stuff. I've got William Blake. I've got everything on my phone where poetry is concerned, and I'll just look up a book, a Wordsworth collection or something like that. Dylan Thomas, just read it, and it's awesome. So yeah, we don't have any rituals.
Number 11, milk, a work or writer that is fading away. We sort of traded writers around and debated about this. I went with Pierce Anthony. I read a lot of the Xanth books.
He's old as the hills
ages
now.
ago. He's in his mid 90s.
No, I think it's 80s.
I thought it was 94 or 95.
No, I don't think he's quite that old.
Oh, okay. He's old.
Mm-hmm.
But his work is sort of slowing down.
But he's written so many Xanth novels. How can you keep up I don't think it's possible to keep up the same quality through 50 books. I guess it's possible, but something's going to fall off. Yeah. And,
at some point.
Yeah, and something's going to fall off at 85 years old.
He's old, not a leper.
Yeah. Mine, and I hate to say it, but it's John Saul. I just don't see much from him anymore. Actually, is he still alive, John Saul? From what I hear, he's an amazing, nice human being who I thought was a really talented horror author. You've read one book by John Saul. It's been a long time. I don't remember. Something about the House of Reckoning or something like that. And it was good.
Is that the one you come when I call you or something?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because that was awful.
No, it's not. I like that book too. But but that wasn't John Saul.
Okay.
But yeah, John Saul was excellent early on. Actually, he was excellent for many, many years. And I'm surprised that he's just kind of faded away because, his books hold up very well. I don't understand what's going on with him. I think he's still alive. I don't know. But
we probably should have looked that up.
Yeah, I probably should have looked that up. Yeah. Okay.
Same with Pierce Anthony's age.
Yeah, Pierce Anthony and John Saul, we think are fading away, and one of them we think is kind of unjust. But yeah.
All right, number 12, Orange Juice, a work that you, as in the person completing this tag, really should read. For me, it's Wuthering Heights. I haven't read Wuthering Heights, and I feel kind of bad about that.
Wuthering Heights, all right, I'm going to say it, but you still need to read it. Wuthering Heights is not your kind of book.
Mm-hmm.
Wuthering Heights is dark. It's a little depressing, but it's beautiful. It's beautifully written, and you need to read it. Yeah. You
that's kind of on my wall of shame.
You at the very least should appreciate it.
Okay.
I think
I can appreciate a good book.
Yep, and here is mine, and it was actually brought to light by Steve Donoghue today in one of his videos.
Even if it makes me cry.
It's Anna Karenina by Tolstoy. This is the Bantam Classics. This is a newer version of the same book that he has by the same translator, Joel Carmichael. And I think Steve and I are probably going to read this coming year. And if anybody else would like to join in, I think it's going to be, I don't know, the first third of the year maybe, something like that, April, something like that. But yeah, this this, I started this years ago. Do you remember when we did that for that book club that I started at my job?
Mm-hmm.
And just didn't finish it, which was stupid because it was just starting to get to the point to where it had my attention and I was really enjoying it. I'm a better reader now than I was then, so I will definitely read it. But this is one of the tomes that I want to read this year. Let's see how many pages are in this. I think it's right at 1,000, a little under. It's 982 pages, but some of that I believe is notes and stuff and appendices, that kind of stuff, biographical notes, all that. But yeah, I'm excited about reading this. This looks so good, and I've heard nothing but good things. I've never heard anybody that read it that said they hated it. Never. So.
All right, so number 13, BLT, a work that benefits or benefited from something in demand. I chose Ready Player One because in film and in books alike, nostalgia is always in demand.
Yep.
Always. People want to get that throwback to when they were young, and Ready Player One provides that.
And again, I'm sorry to people who loved it, but I hated it.
I haven't read it. I loved the movie.
Oh,
I got a kick out of the movie.
Was so much better than the book. I thought the movie or the book was just awful, but I know a lot of people who like it. So sorry. I know I say that a lot. I say that I hate a lot of stuff that people love. Maybe I shouldn't do that so much, but maybe I really shouldn't. Really shouldn't worry too much about it. Maybe I should. I don't know. Mine is World War Z by Max Brooks. Loved World War Z. I liked the movie. I really enjoyed the book. The book was put together really cool as a series of interviews. The audiobook was fun. I've read the book and listened to the audiobook. They're both really fun. You've got some great voices in the audiobook. So you're getting to hear the interviews. Very cool.
What was in demand? Was it like zombies?
Zombies, okay. Yeah. Walking Dead. The comic book had come out and just gone crazy.
Give me a zombie book.
Yeah, pretty much. And so, yeah, zombies were in demand at the time. World War Z really hit the right note.
Now, this one, I could have provided a beautiful visual for this one. I forgot to grab it.
What was it?
Number 14. Hashbrowns, a choppy work that forms into something spectacular. Oh, yay! It's nearby. Well, let's see if we can take it off without...
Let me see if I can take it off without breaking my neck. Pulling about 100 books down on myself.
Yeah, whole self down.
Here you go.
I chose Aesop's Fables. Look at this thing. Is this gorgeous or what?
It is. It's a... Is that a Folio Society edition? I can't remember. Something like that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I love Aesop's Fables.
Oh, I remember where I got this. I got it from a lady on Facebook Marketplace. She had these. I paid like $10 a piece for a few of these.
So Aesop's Fables was written by, I think he was Greek. Was he Greek?
I don't know.
Pretty sure he was Greek. He was a Greek slave. And it's choppy. Very, very choppy. It's just one...
really short stories.
Yeah, really, really, really short fables. Morality tales that just... one piled on top of another. He published like more than 800. Or he wrote more than like 800, I think. And together they make up this wonderful work of morality tales that I can't get enough of. And I love this book.
Yeah, it's nice.
So much.
Mine is something I read earlier this year or late last year. Hyperion by Dan Simmons.
I don't look like Hyperion at all.
It was put... You're the one that wrote it. It was put in like 7 short stories, I believe, in the book. They were all different.
Darn.
But I remembered what it was. All different lengths. Or all different lengths and sizes and different paces. if you were to read one short story, I don't believe you would have thought, hey, this is amazing. But you put them all together, yeah, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Like the Canterbury Tales would have been a good one for that too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, number 15, because it's a group of short stories. It's sort of.
Yep, which I have a Canterbury Tales over here. I found it last night.
Number 15, Canadian bacon, Tyler ham, or pork roll.
I don't know.
I'm kind of confused. Are they asking which we prefer? The
Taylor
only one
ham.
I recognize is Canadian bacon. I don't know what Taylor ham is.
And Canadian bacon's fine. I mean,
I like Canadian bacon.
I can't eat it anymore.
It's good on a muffin.
Yeah.
All right, number 16, what is your favorite breakfast? I had my favorite breakfast today.
You did?
Yes, it's scrambled eggs, grits, and bacon. And you like crumble the bacon up and mix it all together and eat it with toast.
Mine is like one of the few breakfasts I can eat anymore. I can't have salt, so bacon's out. Most meats are out, but for breakfast I will have eggs, oatmeal, blueberries, and a little bit of strawberries. Just a tiny bit of strawberries. That's my breakfast almost every morning.
Most meats aren't really out. Just most cured meats are out.
Yeah, cured meats are out. I can have
because
turkey.
most things are cured with salt.
I can have turkey. I can have chicken. Rotisserie chicken was one of my favorite things for a long time, and I can't have it anymore.
Because it's so salty.
Yeah, because they encrust it in salt, and I'm on a low sodium diet. I mean, very, very low sodium, like 1,500 milligrams a day or less, and I try to stay under 1,500. That's all right though. I don't mind.
Number 17.
I'm getting healthier. I've lost like 60 pounds, so.
He's doing so good. Number 17, last and not least. You're invited to brunch. Who do you tag? So we have 6 people we want to tag.
Yep.
First one we want to tag Mindy's book journey. Then Chris.
At Hooked on Books with Chris. She can't read her own writing.
I think that was a plus sign. I'm telling you, I was falling asleep when I wrote this. My handwriting is normally much better. Ian at BNB Books. Sandy at MsReads A Lot.
Eric Karl Anderson, I don't think he even watches our channel, but I want to find out. I want him to do this tag because I think he would have really cool answers to this.
See, look at this name. It like wandered off into the other lines.
Yeah, it did.
And Noah, at Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse. We'd like to hear all your answers to these because I love foodie tags.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're so much fun to do.
Yeah, this is the 29th one and the first one we've ever done. I think maybe the second. We might have done one before.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. We've done about 120 videos. It's not a lot in 2 years, but
true.
But we've been here almost 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to do a Q&A or anything after 2 years, but we do have on January 7th, starting on January 7th, we do have a 24-hour readathon coming up. So if anybody that wasn't involved, I know everybody that was involved last time, I think wants to do it this time as well. But if we have anybody that wasn't involved last time that would like to be involved this time, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll hook you up with the Voxer that we have going. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, it was a whole lot of fun
we
last
had
time.
a blast. I mean, we were exhausted at the end of it, but it was so much fun. I got so much read.
It was such a nice, quiet day. It was something I really, really, really needed.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yep. So let us know. That's the tag. We'll be doing more videos this weekend. Quite a few more, I think. Well, at least 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And we will see you soon.
Yep. Your books are calling. Go read.